So, what is your dream job? And what steps are you taking to make it a reality? How can we balance our passions with practical considerations when choosing a career path? Hi there, everyone, and welcome back to the Joy Without Justification podcast. We are your one-stop spot for finding peace, purpose, and presence. No explanation is needed. I'm your host, Denny.
And I'm Dan. Today we're going to be diving into the question that's plagued many of us at some point, and that is, what is my dream job? And finding a career that aligns with your passions and skills can feel like finding a unicorn, but it's definitely achievable.
Yeah, it is achievable. I mean, we've all, at one time or another, gone through different career paths, even just switched jobs, staying in the same career or whatever, but you went from maybe one type of job in that path to another area in that same path. But trying to find that dream, hopeful job. But what is the question you have to ask yourself? What is it about the job you left that made you want to go to that other job?
Yeah.
And why did you think that other job might be better? And is it?
Yeah. Well, I know I've left jobs because I was unhappy. Usually it's because I felt undervalued or I was working a lot. I would always have really good reviews and stuff, but there was no way for me to grow. So I would leave jobs for maybe growth and find out that I still wasn't in the job I wanted. So I was in retail for 38 years. I was in, management and all that kind of thing. So leaving from one retailer to another, I was leaving because I wasn't happy over here, but really, I just didn't like retail.
Well, I mean, but what reasons, think about it, what reasons do people leave other jobs for? You're not making enough money.
Yeah, definitely.
Drama on the work place is a lot of the big thing. Yeah. Whether it's drama about you, drama about someone else, drama from someone else that
they sucked you into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, is that other job, though, going to be any better?
Right.
Even if you go to another job for the money, you're still going to have drama. There is always going to be drama somewhere.
Listen,
always.
I've went to jobs for more money and absolutely hated them. Sometimes money's not worth your peace of mind either.
Yeah.
So that's a whole other thing. You've really got to dig in. One thing I learned is if there's turnover, there's a reason there's turnover.
Yeah, for sure. And most of the time, it isn't because the person leaving the job didn't like the kind of job they were doing. Sometimes, and you were a manager, so sometimes it's because of the leadership.
Oh, yeah, usually is.
And that's 9 times out of 10 what the person doing the exit interview usually says.
It's either,
well, I just couldn't stand my manager.
It's leadership, money, or undervalue. That's usually your big 3. But let's not forget to subscribe to Joy Without Justification, wherever you get your podcasts. And we're going to continue talking and guiding you through exploring your dream job aspirations.
And for more inspirational content, you can always check out our YouTube channel as well as email us at joywithoutjustification@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you.
Okay, now let's really dive into this. What is your dream job? Because this is something that I have fought with a lot in my life. It's not always a clear-cut answer.
No.
But it's definitely worth exploring.
Yeah, it is. And here are a few tips that might help you try to find that dream job. Self-reflection. What are your passions? What are your skills and values? Make a list. What kind of work environment thrives with those values? Explore different options. Talk to people in various professions, shadow professions you admire, and volunteer in areas that interest you. And don't be afraid to pivot. Your dream job might not be what you think. Be open to exploring new paths and opportunities.
So let me just interject here. I think when I was young, I actually went to college the first time to be a teacher, okay? Because I like learning. I am a nerd, have always been a nerd. I like deep conversations, those kinds of things. And I was working at Hills department stores that are now out of business. I got promoted very young and was making decent money and just kind of stayed there. Dropped out of college. I regret that now. But you can't, I'm 57. Looking back with regrets is silly. I can't go back and change it. Okay. So you and I have talked about me, maybe taking some online classes, finishing my degree. I do have an associate's in human resources, but I would definitely like to go in a different direction. I don't know if that's going to be feasible. But what can I do? How can I take my passions and apply them into my job now? Or if I was younger. Okay. So number one, first of all, let me backtrack. I know I'm kind of all over the place in my thoughts, but welcome to Denny's world.
That's normal.
But it's never too late to start your dream. Okay. It's never too late.
Nope.
Now, you have to take a lot of consideration, like finances and so on and so forth. And if you really want to, I do believe you can do it. It could be hard. So, first of all, let me say that. So, I have done some things, like I got my meditation certificate, so I can teach meditation and spiritual coaching. And that kind of would fulfill for me that teaching aspect, okay? My job now is I'm a sales rep, and I'm in hospice sales, so that sounds gloomy, but what it really is educating medical people and potential patients on the proper way to view hospice, okay? So that's kind of how I incorporate my desire to be teaching and for education. I continue to try to force myself to learn all about my job and new ways of presenting material and so on and so forth. So first of all, to me, you've got to really dig down and find out what you're passionate about. Wouldn't you agree?
Definitely. Your passion for the job you're doing, first of all, has to be a number one priority.
Okay.
I mean, when I got into the medical field as a nurse's aide, I did it because for, 7-8 years before that, I had worked as an EMT. So I'd always enjoyed that little part of being somewhat in touch with the medical part of life.
Yeah.
And it's something I had a passion for. I enjoyed doing.
Mm-hmm.
Spending time with patients that maybe didn't have families or whatever coming in. But again, it's not one of those big paying careers.
Right.
I mean, yeah, there are nurses' aides out there that are probably making a hell of a lot more than I did. But that's also one of those jobs that touches on one of the aspects that we've talked about of people wanting to find a different career, is that dream job.
Yeah.
Any job will promise you, oh, you're going to get this, and you're going to get this, and you're going to be paid this, and it's all going to be
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Yeah.
But medical is one career where I found you have those people that bring that drama about. Whether it's, this one constantly is calling off, or that one's constantly not showing up on time, or this one here likes to stand at the desk and fiddle around talking about something she did last night or whatever with the nurses instead of doing her patient care, and then comes to you after you've done your 8, 9, 10 patients, and
her cat wants in the studio,
wants to be part of you doing her job, pretty much, that she herself could have done.
Yeah.
So, like I said before, you're always going to have drama somewhere. There's always going to be some sort of drama, no matter what job you think you want to do.
Right. Well, and I think drama is just anywhere there's 2 or more people together, there's just drama. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But what do you say to that person that they just didn't seem to have a lot of breaks in life? They maybe come from, a poor family, didn't have the opportunities that a lot of people get, so college was not something that they could grab onto right away, or and maybe they have a family now and they think, I can't go back now, but they're so miserable and they have this burning passion for whatever. Let's talk with medical. Maybe there's a girl that's an aide and she wants to be a nurse. Okay, because that's what she's always wanted to do, but she just didn't have the opportunity to get into school, whatever.
Well, a lot of places will pay for you if you want to further your education and your path in that career field. Medical is one of them. Even when I worked at hospice,
yeah,
you could go to school and learn to be a nurse if you wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're always given that possible chance to further yourself.
Yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is when it doesn't seem like you can't do it just yet, what's your advice?
Stick to what you do. Put your passion into at least what you're doing. When the time is right, that good job may show up. Who knows? When the time, if it ever comes, put your passion to that job. Your dream job is only what you make it to be. It could be the job you're doing right now.
Yeah.
It may be the crappiest job out there, but you are the only one in control of how that job
So you're saying it's a frame of mind. It's the way you're looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you convince yourself to like or find that passion within something you're doing?
Number one, don't give in to the drama. I was very big at that. I never gave in to drama on the job. And just tell yourself, look, this may not be the perfect job, but it's paying the bills.
Yeah. Yep, that's true. So be grateful.
Yeah.
Be grateful for everything. I know it's hard. I had a job one time I absolutely loathed. And it was a bad situation. I had to walk to work and everything, but I tried to practice gratitude. And when you practice gratitude, it kind of changes your mindset. And then I was able to not focus on misery, and slowly I was able to get myself out of that situation and into something better.
And we're kind of getting close to the end of our time here on this subject, and I'd like to retouch this later on, maybe.
Absolutely. We'd like to hear from our listeners, too. Please send us a comment, email. What do you think? How do you cope with working in today's world where pay is horrible and you're miserable? What do you do to make it worth your while? How do you find that passion inside of a job?
And on that note, email us. We'd love to hear what your dream job is. So until next time, join us when we will be talking about a cooking event. How cooking brings me joy.
Okay.
So on that note, everyone, have a great day. Go out there, enjoy life. Peace out.